Hi everyone, I'm Gary Lamassa, the new TME here at Pluribus Networks. Thanks for viewing this how-to video on automatically building an underlay with UNUM 3.1. Before we begin, I wanted to highlight that using UNUM to automatically build an underlay is the last step in a three-step process. For our video, zero-touch provisioning and the automated fabric build have already been completed. These topics will be covered in other videos. As you can see in our setup, we have 4 switches and a 2-leaf, 2-spine Layer 3 topology. For our walkthrough, we'll be using the Layer 3 BGP VRRP playbook to build the physical underlay. This is one of several playbooks available to choose from based on your network design preferences. As you can see, playbooks automate a significant amount of CLI configuration across all of the switches and also verify that the commands are correctly implemented. vRouters are created, BGP is configured, VLANs are created, and VRRP is set up, all without touching the CLI. This results in a significant amount of time savings during initial underlay deployment, as well as protection from command typos and/or misunderstanding how a feature or protocol is implemented. To access UNUM, we open a browser, we recommend Chrome, and type in the management IP. This will take us to the login page where we can enter our credentials. Now, as you can see, I already have a fabric built and we're ready to build the underlay. Before this happened, we went through the first 2 steps I mentioned earlier, where we provisioned the switches, cabled them up, they were powered on, ready to go, and then we went through the fabric creation step. So at this point, we want to press the blue Launch Playbook button. Now, as you can see, we have 6 options here for playbooks. Layer 2 VRRP, we're going to choose Layer 3 VRRP eBGP. There's OSPF, there's Layer 2 with existing spines. You can choose whichever playbook best suits your needs. We're going to choose Layer 3 VRRP eBGP. Once again, you can see we have some entries. If you're not familiar with these fields, please refer to the UNUM install guide. I'd also like to point out up here at the top where it says CSV file, let's do a manual input here. This is where we can enter VLANs. So we'll enter in one VLAN, 101. We'll designate leaf 1 and leaf 2. Now the VRRP ID, it's simply a unique 2-digit identifier. And over to the right, switch name, we select the primary switch. And now I'm going to click on the blue Save button. Now I don't need to make any other changes here. Based on your own network, you might want to do so. But for our purposes, we'll click on the blue Next button. Again, some more advanced settings that we can change here. We're not going to do so. So now I'm going to click on the blue Add button. All right, in the details pane, we can see earlier the fabric was set up, the topology has been verified, and at this point we're configuring the playbook. All the CLI commands for creating a vRouter, for creating VLANs, BGP, VRRP, all of it, it's being implemented automatically across all of our switches, along with checks to verify that it's been done correctly. This process can take a few minutes per switch, so we'll pause the video here and pick up again when the process completes. Okay, we're back, and as we can see, the playbook has been successfully deployed. If you take a look at the details pane, you'll see spine 1 has been designated as a collector. This is just a point of contact for UNUM. The spine is collecting both analytics and management data. Now you'll also notice that there's various indicators here for CPU utilization, memory utilization. During this process, you're going to see this turn into a bit of a Christmas tree. That's normal. Things after the fabric's been built will settle down and go back to greens and maybe the occasional yellow. Now let's take a look at the playbook logs. We'll scroll down. This is back when the fabric was created, but if we look towards the end, we can see various things being created, like BGP being configured. We can see vRouters being created. We can see VLANs being created until finally the playbook was executed. Okay, at this point we have a fully functioning underlay. Now let's take a moment and use the CLI to SSH into one of our switches. This isn't a necessary step. We just want to demonstrate some of the objects that were created by UNUM. But let's take a look at the vRouters first. There they are, vRouters set up in each one of the switches. Let's also take a look at the VLAN we set up. And as you can see, VLAN 101 successfully deployed. For more how-to videos and documentation, please refer to the resources section of the Pluribus Network's website. The QR code on the right will take you there. Thanks for watching.